All right, so I just did Devotional 6. If you watch them back to back, you'll see 6, 7. Here's Devotional 7. So this week, the focus of Advent is on peace. And if you have no idea what the 6, 7 is, just consider yourself lucky. But it's a little ridiculous. If you know what it is, you know. If you don't know, consider yourself blessed. All right, so we're talking about peace this week. Tonight, I was in a Publix and getting some stuff, and I was looking for something in particular. I have seen in the past color changing hot chocolate, and for some reason, with the things that I was buying in Publix tonight, I was like, man, if they have color changing hot chocolate, I want to get some of that because I just think it would be fun. So the lady at the register said, "Did you find everything you wanted?" And I said, "Well, not quite." And I said, at first I was like, "Yeah." And then I'm like, "Well, not really. One thing that I couldn't find." And she didn't ask any follow-up questions to that, and that's okay. But I think about in our life, there are a lot of people that are looking for a lot of things. And the peace that we have in Christ is what we are looking for. Until we know Christ, we do not have peace. In fact, I've shared this before, but there used to be a bumper sticker or different ways of saying this that said, "No Christ, no peace." And it would be KNOW, no Christ, and then KNOW, no peace. And then it would say NO, no Christ, NO, no peace. So if you don't know Christ, you have no peace. If without Christ, there is no peace. And so the peace that we get from Christ is much more than a peace sign. It's more than the absence of conflict. It is this fullness. It's what we have been looking for. Because in our lives, many people are searching. In your life, if you don't know Christ, if you do know Christ, before you knew Christ, before you knew Christ, you were searching for something. You were looking for something, and you can look in all sorts of different places. All sorts of people are looking for something, but they won't find everything they need. They won't find what they need until they find Christ. And so the peace of Christ is this wholeness, this fullness. That's what the peace of Christ is about. It's not about the absence of conflict. It's about the wholeness. It's about the fullness that he brings in our lives. It's about that word shalom is a Jewish word. You may hear it and just say, "Oh, it's just something that that you might hear Jewish folks say to each other." Well, shalom was the peace of God, and it was more than just peace like we say peace. It was this fullness, this wholeness that God brings about in our lives. It's the fulfillment. It's the purpose that we have in our lives. And that is the kind of peace that Christ brings. And I'll get more into that throughout this week. But I pray that you know the peace of Christ. I pray that you find what you are looking for, and that's peace in Jesus Christ.